Hey everyone, Jason Ballas with OutdoorProductReview.com. We're continuing on with a 2011 bow review, and today the bow I'm going to be reviewing is the Invasion CPX from Bowtech. Now I saw this bow at the ATA show and was just really impressed right off the bat. This was the bow they waited till the ATA show to launch, and I'll tell you what, it looks phenomenal. It's got great color scheme. It's got the mossy oak tree stand on it. One thing about Bowtech, they always have the in-velvet finish on there, which is what I like. Take your rest, our true fire release here, and you can just tap it on there. It makes it click, but it's not like a normal metal click. It makes just a dull thud. So that's pretty good when you're out there hunting. You know, it suppresses the noise, plus it feels really good in your hand. That's something that I really like about it. All right, go over the bow here real quick. Like I said, they have the mossy oak tree stand for the camouflage pattern on this year's bow, and that's just really sharp. It's a new pattern out a couple years ago, and I really like how it looks. They do have the string suppressor system here, so you don't really need to install any kind of whiskers on your strings or any kind of vibration dampening devices on the string itself. They also have some of theirs on the cable slide here as well. They have the CPX in the bow actually stands for the center pivot extreme, and that's the portion here where it's in the middle of your limb, and your limb actually pivots at this point versus in the limb cup, which this really doesn't have much of a limb cup, just a small one. But it puts the force on the limb, so your limbs are actually shorter, and it creates more speed. That's something that's just pretty cool that they came out with. I saw that on the Admiral. They had it on the Guardian. But this one's totally different. This is a new center pivot technology they have out there. They get more spring out of that smaller limb, and it gives you a little bit more speed. That's something that's really cool. They do have the Flex roller guard. It has two independent rollers here for your cables, so you don't have any kind of cable slide or anything torquing on your cables. The guard actually moves with the cables itself, so that's something that's really neat. You know, anything that can reduce any kind of torque on the string or limb is going to make your bow shoot a lot faster, a lot straighter, a lot smoother. All right, they do have the overdrive binary cam system on the Invasion, and that's something that just gives it some superior speed, smooth draw, great looking bow. I mean, on an aesthetic scale, it's got a 10 because it's just beautiful, very, very beautiful. Match that with the hardcore limbs, and you got a great looking bow here. Great looking, nice little cherry wood looking handle on it. The grip on the bow is definitely nice. It's got a fat back grip, but it sort of contours to the groove in your thumb here, and it sits perfect right in your hand. I'm pretty excited to shoot this bow. So why don't we go ahead and go over all the aspects of the IBO speed and stuff right now. Bowtech's Invasion CPX axle to axle length is 31 1/32. The brace height is 7 inches. Comes in 50, 60, 70, and 80 pounds. Its mass weight is 3.9 pounds, and with an effective let-off of 80%. The draw lengths can range from 26 to 30 inches. This gives it a blistering IBO speed of 343 feet per second. All right, folks, there you have it right there. You see all the specs. Definitely got some high-speed IBO, but I'm pretty excited to shoot this bow right now. So why don't we do the draw test on it? We'll see if it torques, see if it comes off, what the valley's like, and we'll go ahead and shoot it and you guys can see it. Once again, we're using that Victory Armor piercing arrow from Victory Archery, and I haven't found a better arrow yet on the market. I love shooting these things. We did some turkey hunting with them this year, and they definitely fly flat a long ways, and they got superior penetration power. You guys can see on my site the Victory Armor piercing arrow review, and that's something out there. It just by far surpasses any arrow that I've ever shot. Using our true fire release, Campbell outdoor cameras, great quality equipment. You guys can see by this HD video right here, but let's go ahead and draw this bow and let's see how it is. Well, it comes back solid. Sits right in your hand. And I can hold this bow for quite a long time. Great let off, no problem. Let's see, move my hand, the bow doesn't move at all. You can see my fingers there, no moving. Let's creep forward a little bit. Well, you got about 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch there, so that's pretty good. No problem at all. Nice thing is the flex roller guard, it doesn't get in your sight window. So you have complete sight window view. Put your sights on it, you don't have to worry about it at all. Let's go ahead and shoot this bow. No hand torque, like I said. No hand torque. I'm gonna just touch my fingers here. We're gonna do 2 shots. You guys will see me shoot it. Now I'm gonna zoom on my hand. You guys will see it being shot in slow motion, like we always do. It didn't make any noise. No noise whatsoever. The bow fell just right back into my hand. Just sort of fell backwards, as you guys see on the video. Sort of fell just straight backwards. And nothing, and it was fast. I can't tell you how fast it was because I don't have a chronograph in my eyes, but it went down there quickly. I'll tell you what, that shot beautiful. That was a great shot. I like that. That was phenomenal. Why don't we go ahead and take a look here in slow motion. You guys are going to see how the bow drops. You see it just fell right back in my hands. To keep it from rolling back, which really doesn't matter when you're out hunting, but to keep it from rolling back, just putting a stabilizer on there, it'll work just perfect. I mean, it'll just be dead in your hand. It was dead in my hand anyway, but I mean, it's not even gonna move. It's just gonna sit there and be shot, and you get blazing speed out of that arrow. So why don't we go ahead and shoot it through the chronograph and see what kind of speeds we're getting. All right, folks, we're shooting that 408 grain Victory Armor piercing arrow through the chronograph here out of the Bowtech Invasion CPX. Woo! 315 feet per second. That is super fast. There you saw it, folks. 315 feet per second with a 408 grain arrow from Victory Archery. That VAP shoots great, but the bow is what makes the arrow shoot great. And I'll tell you what, another solid 10 this year in the bow review. The Invasion, it's got it. It's light, it's fast, it's quiet, draws like nothing. The valley's perfect. If you have to creep forward just a little bit, no issues. Doesn't torque in your hand whatsoever. The flex cable guard moves with you, so you're not going to have any torque in your bow. The only part you would have an error in shooting would be you. And if you know how to properly shoot your bow with a good grip, you won't have any problem. But tell you what, Bowtech has done it again. Every single year I keep saying, I can't wait to see what they come out with next year. Well, this is no exception. They came out with an awesome bow this year. This is probably one of the best flagship bows I've seen so far this year, and it just shoots great. Light, smooth, you know, I'm speechless. 408 grain arrow, that's what we use when we go elk hunting. And I'm telling you what, it put the power down. It's gonna give you increased distance, increased penetration, and if you're using the VAP, you're not gonna have any issues with penetration. You can quote me on that. So I tell you what, the Bowtech Invasion CPX, solid 10 from OutdoorProductReview.com. And for OutdoorProductReview.com, I'm Jason Ballas, and we're gonna see you on the next bow review that's coming up here very shortly.